Good morning, hotties. What's up? First of all, I have teeth whitening trays on, so if I'm talking funny, that's why. This morning, I have an event to attend. Like, the plight of being a black woman. You know what I mean? Where you just get tired of, like, fussing. You know, you just like, I'm tired of fussing with this hell. Tired of tussling, child. You know, I'm trying not to be annoyed. And then I just felt like hot, like, ugh. But the show must go on. I have something to do, so I'm like, gotta get cute. About to go to this event, and actually, the event today is from like 11 to 2, and then my, Francis, best friend of the show, his birthday was this past week. So he actually is having a birthday celebration. Ooh, it's like whitening gel. He's having a little birthday celebration later today. So I'm supposed to go to that. We'll see. Then got invited to like have dinner pizza with my neighbors. My neighbors are actually opening up a pizza restaurant, so like they're doing a lot of R&D and testing, and so they're constantly making pizza these days. And so they were like, you guys want to come over for pizza tonight? So we enjoy them. So I'll probably like do that and then maybe head over to Francis's later in the evening, because it's not gonna start until 9 o'clock or so. So we'll see how I feel. The event starts at 11. It's 10 now. So I'm like, okay. I also feel like I don't need to be the first person there. I feel like if I get there by like 11:15, it'll be fine. And I only say that because, I don't know anyone per se. All right, let me finish my hair, get this whitening stuff out of my mouth, and I will talk to y'all in a second when I get my makeup ready. So I basically was using like this whitening thing that I got. My children are so loud sometimes. Kids. I will say I have this obsession with my teeth being like super duper white. And so I remember the last time I was at the dentist, my dentist was like, Leslie, your teeth cannot get any whiter. And I was like, oh, but they can. And then tomorrow is my sister's bridal shower. It's kind of like a busy weekend, but I wanted to come on, get the vlog started, say hello to you all this morning, so that you all knew that I was here and I missed you. But I'm going to get focused because I have to leave I should really be leaving in like 20 minutes. But yeah, so I will holler at you guys and let you know how things go at the fundraiser. What's up, hotties? Okay, how are you? What a beautiful day it is outside in beautiful Los Angeles, California. So I'm just now leaving my fundraiser, and oh, that's a cute little house. And it was a blast, very cute. It was like a silent auction. They were auctioning off purses, experiences and all these sorts of things. So it was lovely, and all of it obviously benefits, Black children, which I am always a proponent of as a mother of Black kids. Okay. There was brunch, but I didn't eat too much. I don't know. Usually in events and stuff like that, I don't really tend to eat a lot. I don't know, I think, some people are like folks who can just go anywhere and just eat. For whatever reason, I am not. So even if there is like food at a situation or at a function or whatever, I probably won't eat. So I am now very hungry and need to get some food. Last night I took some short ribs out because I had this like recipe in my mind of something I wanted to make, which was sort of like a Japanese style short rib and polenta, but as opposed to polenta, I'm going to marinate the short ribs with like Japanese flavors and then put them over Japanese sweet potatoes. So like, you know, that's what's in my brain. So I might go home and just kind of get started on that. You know, short ribs need a long time to cook and marinate. Everybody loved my outfit. All the ladies were more in like sort of, you know, kind of classically tea style brunch outfits. So I got on boots, a leather, like a white button down, like sort of dress kind of situation. But, you know, they were like, you look amazing. So the outfit went off without a hitch, to say the least. Honey, we got to go find your girl something to eat. I'm trying to decide if I want to stop at Kava. I kind of do, but I also want to not, because what I really want at Kava, as much as I enjoy it, sometimes I just want pita chips. And clearly I need to eat more than a pita chip. So I don't eat, like, typically a lot of fast food. I don't really like, if I'm eating out, I'm like dining, you know? So it's always hard for me when I'm hungry and I just kind of want to get something to eat, because I can never just like get something to eat. It got to be a thing, you know? And it's like, girl, just go eat. But I can't. I just can't do it. I want to open up my own salad place, because there's no like sweet green or like a Chopped. Chopped is my favorite salad spot, and there's no Chopped obviously in Los Angeles. So I'd be like, let me franchise. Can I just buy a Chopped? But I can't, because they won't franchise. So I don't have a place to just like run and go get a salad, because that's honestly what I would get, or like a Caesar salad wrap or something like that. But because I don't just have that available to me, you know, it's kind of challenging sometimes for me to figure out what I'm gonna eat. But alas, I need to. So let me figure myself out, see what I'm about to feed me, and I will holler at y'all when I get to the house and, you know, change my clothes, decompress, and the whatnot. And we'll talk a little bit soon.
Pray about stuff, bring it to me, thank me for what I've already done. He said, and then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything you can even understand right now. His peace will guard your heart and minds as you live in Christ Jesus. When he talks back to you, he'll say stuff like this. Go to that church. And finally somebody invites you that maybe you like, or maybe is a friend, or to do. It's gathering in community.
You look brutified. You just look so brutified. It's cute. Who did it?
These houses, of course.
You do. I would agree. I've had enough of the shenanigans. I'm taking it to the Lord in prayer every day. So you just know. You're going to be in the vlog. We'll be like, hey vlog. I'm like, stop saying that. My little window. Hey y'all. I am up and at 'em because I'm on my way to another event this morning. Going to a tea. So as y'all can see, I have my little fascinator going. I've got my neck scarf. We are making it happen this morning. I was hoping that I would have time to stop and get a little tea. Even though I'm going to a tea, I wanted like a real matcha. But no time for that. So here, just running the light. People got to stop running red lights. I woke up this morning and my period started. And so it's like, that's why I was so like, meh. Okay, that is why I was just like, I need to sit down. I'm tired. I don't want to do much. I'm feeling really lethargic. Interestingly enough, I feel like as I get older, I'm learning more and more about, you know, just like my cycles and how it works and how my body works. And so for the past week, I have been so just like exhausted. So yeah, makes sense. And I'll check in with you guys after the event is over, once we're all, you know, done and settled. And I'll show you a full, like, you know, look. It's cute though, honey. I'm a little scared. You'll get it, you'll get it, you'll get it.
So I just brought this one to you.
For the vlog. Oil, the propane. Yeah.
I didn't ask you just the plan. She was serious and she said, I got that.
Good morning, hotties. Welcome to Tuesday? Yes, it's Tuesday. It is April 1st. We are beginning quarter 2, okay, of 2025. And I am starting it by going to the gym this morning. I've got my buzz in a can. So let's get to it, I guess. I feel crazy right now because my period started, and so I'm in so much pain. Actually, I really don't want to be at class. I do not want to work out, but I haven't worked out since last Friday, and because my weekend was just so hectic, I had to have my little portable heating pad with me. If you are a hottie who just suffers from like extreme period pain, one of my best friends bought this for me, and it really is helpful because, you know, you just sometimes need the comfort of like a heating pad on you all the time. And my back hurts so bad right now, and my cramps are really bad. I'm really gonna, you know, go in this class and just like be there. I mean, I'm gonna do the things, but don't count on me going my hardest, okay? I know I started this vlog, I think, on Friday, and I feel like I haven't been able to pick up my camera and do things because most of the stuff I was doing was like I could share, but then I couldn't share. So yeah, so I feel like I haven't really seen y'all. And yesterday I was man down. Like, I got up, took the teen to school, and literally came back and sat on my couch all day. Like, I got my computer and I sat on my couch, and I attempted to do a little bit of work, but you know, it was like my brain wasn't even like, it's just, I ain't firing on all cylinders, okay? So I tried to sit there and do something, and it was like, girl, no, that's not what we doing. This man is all in my car. Locked it up. This is why I sit in the car with the double lock. Because I sat down, I really have been like trying to find an AI app, and I was using this one that allows where you can upload a video and then it'll just create the clips for you instead of me creating clips. You know, you got to make life easier for yourself. But I'm trying not to like add another subscription service to something that I'm doing. But so it seems like the product worked very well. It basically like clips your videos in places where it feels it'll be most effective and can share like what, you know, your video is about. And it will like sort of grade them. So it's like, okay, this is a 99% of like what your video is about, and this will probably get traction. So it's dope, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to add another subscription, but I can't post it because it's got a big ugly watermark on it. And I was like, I understand that you all want people to know that you're the company behind this, but big watermarks are so unnecessary. Like, you can't put it in the corner. It can't be at the end. I just was like, this is ugly. News of the day is that I was watching vlogs yesterday, and as I was watching a vlogger, she is based out of South Africa, super cute girl, like enjoyed her vlog. It was so interesting to listen to her speak in like AAVE, and for those of you who don't know what that is, that's African American Vernacular English, which some people in the early 90s tried to label as Ebonics, and basically like, you know, it's for uneducated people, but it's like, that's how Black people talk and communicate, and we understand one another, and it is a dialect of English. But it's so interesting to me how like worldwide, you know, people will kind of be like, Black Americans, what is their culture? What do they do? You know, even sometimes I think as Black folks, we have like said that like, well, I'm just Black, right? And so maybe you haven't said, oh, we have no culture, but you'll just, I'm just Black, you know, as opposed to like, oh, I'm Jamaican, I'm, you know, Nigerian, I'm Liberian. And so sometimes as Black Americans, we can feel this sort of like disconnect because we don't necessarily want to bear the flag of America based on what our ancestors suffered and what we continue to suffer even as Black people in this country. But at the same time, the culture that is largely like known as American culture is Black people's culture. So needless to say, I made this remark on Threads. It's like, you know, it's so interesting how people say we don't have it, but I'm watching a South African vlogger speaking AAVE, and I'm like, girl, that's Blackness. You know what I mean? So of course, you know, the girls like to tussle. So they're on, you know, Threads. Some people, largely people are in agreement, but then there's people like, what are you talking about? No African has ever said that. And I was like, first of all, if you're feeling attacked, maybe you taking it personally, because I didn't say you. I said the world at large. And people are like, who said that? I'm like, people say that. I don't understand why people go on the internet and respond to things and want to be daft. Like, you've heard this before. Don't act slow. And please don't act slow on my page, because I am so fast with that mute and that block button. I don't argue with people who last book they read was Paddington Bear. Like, I'm not going back and forth with you. Let's not, okay? Please. Or at some point today, I'm going to pick you guys up again so we can chit chat. I want to like film a video today, but I just don't know if I have the energy to like get all done up and really do it. So we'll see. Like I said, you have to honor sort of like the way that your body feels. You know what I mean? And I think for a long time, I didn't do that. I'll like push through and do things, you know, because I feel this guilt of like, I'm being unproductive. I need to do something. But it's like, if I can't give, why try to do something and then it's half-assed when I could just like not do it and wait until 3 days from now when I feel amazing and then do it. So that's what I got. My battery about to die, so I will holler at you guys when I get back home after the gym. Okay, hotties, we are back from the gym. I'm showered, refreshed. It wasn't necessarily a hard class, but I was going through it. Y'all know that I'm like recovering from my carpal tunnel and like a sprained finger, so like doing core stuff, you know, like planks and like push-ups, a little challenging still. But I actually need to do a quick like haul try on for this vacation and a trip we have coming up. So I was like, you know what, I could do it with the hotties. A couple dresses, a couple dresses, like a little short set that I need to try on. Nothing too like dramatic or anything. One from Revivo, which, listen, I think it's cute, but it's hit or miss for me. Their sizing is so random, because let's talk about the fact that I bought one of those like jean jacket shirts. Everybody has seen it. It's like a cute outfit. I'll put a picture so y'all can see. But I literally bought 2 of them, okay? And I bought a large based on what it said on the measurements. One thing you need to understand when you shop online, you need to know your measurements. So if you know that, you can always figure out, no matter what the sizing is, you're like, I know that this is my measurement. This is what I can wear. Child, this little shirt came, and when I tell you, I was looking like, okay, Debo out here. We're going to try it on together. So the first piece we have is going to be from Revivo. Let's see how it fits. So here's the dress. It's cool. I feel like it's very basic. It's nothing too like extreme. Snug right here in the back, but it's not feeling necessarily too small, I don't think. You know, but again, like, I just feel the sizing of Revivo is weird. So this will probably be the last time I buy anything from them. Because, like, you know, the dress to me is just cute. To me, it's very casual, easy for vacation. So I've talked about this before, how I don't have vacation clothes. In the sense that anytime I go on like a beach vacation, I have to always get stuff, because I never have like what you need for that, because I don't like summer. So I never focus on buying summer clothes enough to where like I can go into my closet and shop my closet. Like if I'm going to New York, if I'm going to the city, if I'm doing things like that, and it's like, you know, fall sort of spring, I'm pretty straight. I can shop my closet. And it's so funny because my husband the other day was like, why every time you go on a trip you got to get a whole bunch of new stuff? I said, because if we're going on a beach vacation, I don't have it. Like, I don't buy clothes like that. So I'm struggling every time it comes, you know, to get ready for those kind of trips, because I just don't have those things in my closet. I'm trying to also buy stuff that's like bright, you know what I mean, and cute, where it looks like, you know, when people have a cute vacation wardrobe, I'm always jealous. Like, oh my gosh, you guys got cute vacation clothes. But I think it's also kind of challenging for me because I don't wear a lot of color. And typically when you're going on a tropical vacation, you want a lot of color in your wardrobe. Stress. Okay. So this dress will be coming, but it is black. And it's like, girl, wasn't the point to not get more black clothes? So this is the second dress. This is actually really cute, y'all. I like this. This is from Fashion Nova. I love that it has like, you know, sort of a sunset sort of vibe. Color palette. The slits on the side are really cute. This fits good. I think this was a size medium. Maybe it was a large. I don't know. But obviously once I put on the appropriate undergarments, it'll fit even better. But I really do like that it's just cute. Like I could wear this to dinner, to like one of the captain's dinners or something like that, or just like walking around. But I think that it's a cute dress for like dinner. Now I'm gonna bring both of my Bottegas actually. I have like a red and white crochet pair and then an iridescent like sandal pair. I feel like the iridescent can go with this. I also was thinking about bringing these little like Steve Madden, you know, kind of slide on little pumps. Nude, summer, braided, like, you know, real cute. So that's, I think, also nice. So this dress, it's cute. It's a keeper. We'll go ahead and we'll keep her. This next set is this two-piece crochet set from Fashion Nova, which is really cute. I actually didn't expect like the shorts to be really fitted, but they are, and they're lined. So that's actually really great. Now this is something that I feel obviously I can wear just casually during the day on the boat if we decide to get off and like, you know, walk around. And I just got some new sandals. Obviously we've all seen these. This is the Hermes sandal dupe from Steve Madden. Get them because they're chunky. And I feel like all of my sandals are chunky, but I also do want that sandal. So I was like, let me try the dupe first, see if I like it. I am a person that will buy a dupe when it comes to like a shoe, if I want to try it and see if I like the style. And then if I do, I will buy a real one. Like the color, because I wanted something that was a little like brown tan. Now I will say it looked a little more mauve-y on the site, but I actually like the color and think that it'll go well with what I got. Okay, it's cute. If I'm being honest, I probably, okay, now see, it's a little wide, but I will say it's pretty comfortable. I feel like it's very similar to the rest of the sandals I have. Like my Gucci slides will look like this. You know, I kind of have this style of shoe already. It does feel like it's a cute shoe. I like the outfit. So this is a keeper. We'll hold on to this. I like to say I'm pleased with Fashion Nova. I'm pleased. Now, if you watched my New York vlog, then you know I picked this up when I was on that trip a couple weeks ago with my brother and my friend at the sample sale. This is the Fairy God set. Now, the first size I tried on in this was, I think, a medium, and the shorts were fitting a little tighter than I thought that they were going to. The neck on this is fairly tight, but like it does slide over my head easily. I like this little set, and even though it's like sweat material, I feel like it'll still be breathable for like being in the Caribbean. Clearly it has like a really open side, so you know it's giving a little breathing room. The shorts are actually fairly like kind of hot shorty, so this is really cute and also very comfortable. Like I love it. I love it. I also feel like I could throw this on with some heels and go out, you know, to dinner in Miami one of the nights that we're gonna stay there. So this is definitely gonna come along with me. I love how it fits. The, you know, waist feels good, so this is great. This will probably be an outfit that gets pretty good wear in my closet. Some things I have to try on. I did also buy a pair of shoes from Senso, a little Australian brand, and they're a cute pair of just like jellies, which obviously are so chic and cute for the cruise. And I love that they're red, like perfect little buy. They fit great. They actually fit like snug, so that's nice. So I'm gonna bring those. And then I have a couple other things that were already in my closet that I'm going to bring. But we'll do a whole pack with me video so that y'all can see that. Otherwise, that's kind of it. So there are some things that I still clearly need to purchase. We'll see what I can get, because that's not going to cover me for all the days I'm gone, child. Okay. Right now though, let's eat. I have not eaten since I got back home from the gym. I jumped into this, and then we'll sit down at the desk and get a little bit of work done. So I was gonna make myself like a ricotta toast and scrambled eggs, but there's no more of that toast. So I'm just going to have a little bit of salad, and I made this like Greek dressing the other day. So we're gonna finish the rest of this, and that's for lunch. I keep trying to talk to y'all in the morning before it's time to go, and I keep not making it. So that's why we keep talking in the car, okay? So I am here at the gym. I got about 15 minutes before my class starts. Got our morning buzz in a can. It's a Red Bull Zero. Don't tell Will. He's like, stop drinking Red Bull. But I be needing a morning boosty. You know what I'm saying? Cheers. I just came to check in with you this morning. Say hello. I have a meeting today with a YouTube strategist. Okay? So here's the thing. Whenever you want to do something and you want to do it like well, you should consult counsel, right? You should ask people who have done it before, somebody who might know a little bit more than you. Although this is like my second time on YouTube in like any iteration, this is my first time doing like personal content, and I've been doing it, you know, for like a bit over a year now. And even if you feel like, oh, you know, you just kind of have to like grow, you can't force it, I agree with that. But I also think that like strategy can be implemented to help it along. I think that I make great content. What I need is for it to get in front of more eyes, right? So that the channel can continue to grow. So that's what I'm focused on. And so my husband happens to know somebody who worked in YouTube strategy for years, and he offered his expertise. So who would I be to not accept it? Like, that would be silly of me. So I have a meeting with him today to talk about like my channel, what I can do, sort of like some steps that I can implement to continue to grow the hottie gang over here. And yesterday I had my to-do list written out. Like, I needed to write a chapter in my book. I wanted to start editing this vlog. Here's the problem with me in writing. Whenever I start writing, I get into like a zone and all I can do is write. So that's great, but it's also like bad for my productivity in other things. So even though my plan has been to like write every single day, I think what I need to do is have writing days. So maybe like 2 or 3 days a week where I'm just writing, and then that's what I focus on. And then like the other 3 days or 2 days of the week, then I'm doing other administration and like YouTube stuff. Because when I sit down to write, I'm like, oh no, now I'm in story mode. Now I just got to do this. Can't do like my novel every day. If I do my novel every day, then other work won't get done. And so I need to like figure out a different plan and system to make that happen. sharing this stuff with you guys because when you are in the midst of creating something, I think it's good to hear from other people how they're doing it. And this is sort of like the work that I do. And so I am, and I shouldn't say sort of the work, this is the work that I do. And so I think like by telling people how it's going and how I'm making it happen, it can help other folks. A lot of the questions that people ask me, you know, often are like, how do you do all this stuff? How did you like get started? How did you make this happen? And so that is the reason why I'm telling y'all. Y'all, I don't have no lotion in this. That's why I share, because I think that we all know that people are doing things, right? And most of us only see the end result. And so knowing like somebody's process or knowing how they're setting up their systems, I think can be really helpful. So that's why I'm telling you. I also think it's funny when people say like, oh, you know, when I started to notice the uptick in my career or sort of like the growth in my following and my audience is when I started taking myself seriously. As we've talked about before, sometimes I feel like while the statement may be true, it doesn't always cover the gamut of like, what does serious look like? And I think what people should say is serious means you start implementing actual systems and you start putting things in place for you to win rather than you're just like sort of creating off the cuff. And that is something that I tend to do. Like I tend to create off the cuff and then like there's no actual system in place. So that is what I'm working on now. That is the part in which I'm deciding like, oh, let's take it serious. Before the plan was like, let me take it serious enough so I can go to television, which I did that. Now my plan is like, let me take it serious enough so we can do what? Be a published author, be a sought after speaker, and to develop products. That's the purpose. And obviously to impart into y'all and to show you too can live whatever kind of life you want to. That is its most magnificent, because struggle is not your birthright. Okay? So don't forget it. I'm actually very excited to see what he has to say. I'm looking forward to see if he's like, your channel's crap. Or if he's like, you actually have great content. This is how we can make it better. Which I'm sure it'll be the latter, but let's just hope for the best. Anywho, I will check in with you guys a little bit later after that. And yeah, see you soon. We are back from the gym. And I just sat down at my desk real quickly because I wanted to try to get myself together before my meeting. I also clearly need to make something to eat. And I have seen this like crispy rice salad all over like Pinterest and TikTok. So now that I'm together, I'm going to go and try to like whip that up. So I have just like a little instant rice bowl. I'm gonna throw it in the microwave and then put that in the oven. And then hopefully by the time I'm done with my meeting, it'll be done for me to sort of like whip up into a salad. Outside of that, I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna go to the store today or if I'm just gonna wait. I don't know. I feel like all I do is go to the grocery store constantly. It is constant. Lord, I'll check in with you guys after it's over and let you know how it went and what I learned. Good morning, hotties. We are at the car wash because my car was a hot wrecking mess. So y'all know I can't drive around with a dirty car. So I came to get my car washed, and then we are running a ton of errands today. Yeah, it is cold outside, and I have on like this crop sweatshirt outfit. I feel like I should have worn a full sweatshirt because the small of my back is covered. But I just want to pop in and say, hey, welcome to Thursday, and we're gonna spend the day together.
A few hours after all.
Okay, y'all, car done. So now we are about to do our first errand. I am running into to return my Amazon packages. Here is the thing. I do not understand why they make it so challenging to return your stuff. I think they should give everybody a universal like QR code to scan, right? Like you still have to register all of your returns and say that you want to return them, but then you just get like one single code and then all of your returns pop up on that code. It would make life so much easier, because the fact that you have to like keep track of the emails for every single code, it's just like, girl, that's why I don't be wanting to return this stuff. Like, ooh, chalet, my goodness, you know what I'm saying? It's just too much. See, and now I have like a order that I can't even return because the little time done closed already. Annoying. I'm just about to... Stupid. Okay, well, I can at least return these. Okay, let's go return these and then we're off to something. Okay, y'all, so I wanted to come into Michael's because I wanted a notebook to keep in my purse. I really wanted pink, but that's too big. So maybe I have to get this green. It's like the last one left. Oh, red will be fine. Maybe I'll get that. Oh, this little pink is kind of cute. This feels so thick though. I wanted like a thinner one. I don't just want black. It feels boring. I guess this is the size they have, huh? Okay, I guess I'll just get red. I just needed like a notebook.
Step by step, I walked 100 miles and I still ain't sure just what I'm trying so hard to find. The night seems longer and the wind blows louder when you wandered so far from home. If I cross your mind, say a prayer, I'll find my way and get off of this lonely road.
Can you hear me? Tell me, can you hear me? I've been calling out for help, still don't see nobody near me. I'm down and almost underground and so deep in the valley, I can't even tell you which way is the mountain. God.
Hotties, y'all, we have stored, okay? We have gone everywhere. Like, child. Now I need to go home, unload the groceries, but I think before I go home, I am going to stop and grab a milk tea. It was so cold earlier. And it's like, it is chilly outside, but I'm like hot because I've been walking around. So yeah, but it's so crazy. Like I got up and got out so early. It's only like 1:30 and I'm done with the grocery shopping, which actually makes me very happy because sometimes I just be like, ugh, you know? And when you have to do the grocery shopping and it's like crowded outside, it's the pits. Clientele inside that store is all old white lady winos. When I tell you they were all there buying their 6 bottles of wine, hilarious. Like the lady in front of me, the lady in front of her, the lady behind me. I was like, damn, what y'all going through? I don't know about y'all, but I'm a person that has to go to like multiple grocery stores, and it would be amazing, you know, other than like the specialty store, you know, where I'm getting things that only come from there, like a Trader Joe's, if I could just go to the grocery store that has all the stuff I want. And the thing is that it used to be Sprouts, but for whatever reason, Sprouts produce has not been up to par lately, which makes me really sad because they carry everything else that I want. You know what I mean? Like as far as dry goods are concerned. But it just, you know, and it's really just like the berries, the fruit. So like the berries, the grapes, all that kind of stuff. Normally, like I can get, you know, vegetables there fine, but, and then I go someplace else to get the fruit and it's like they have the fruit, but then they don't have like Japanese sweet potatoes and, you know, those like particular things that I need. So, and because I did this early in the day, it's not going on 4 o'clock and I'm trying to have tea, which then will disturb my sleep. No, instead, we're getting it at a reasonable hour, which is amazing. And that says pick up only, and I am going to pick up. I'm going to pick up my drink. Hallelujah. Oh, so good. So freaking good. Ooh, y'all. So good. Look at my hair. My hair up under this hat. I cannot wait for Monday. I'm getting my hair braided and I'm so excited. And you know what I really need? And there is a place that I've been meaning to go to. It's called Brown Suede Beauty. And I know that they do like injections. And I wonder if they do facials. Because I've been saying that I want to implement that into my beauty regimen. Like just monthly facials. And I also have been thinking about going to get filler just to make like my jawline more defined. Listen, as you get older, you know, it just starts to slouch a little, just a little. But I've been thinking about it. I don't know. If you gotten Botox or fillers, let me know. I mean, I feel like I'm 40 years old. It's not crazy for me to be like, oh, a little bit. And I don't want to look crazy. Like, I don't need my chin to look like The Mask. You know what I mean? But just a little like tight could be cute. Thinking about checking them out. If you know them or are familiar and maybe have been, let me know what your thoughts are because I'm very interested. It's easier for me to put everything away when I do it myself than when I like ask my daughter to help me. Normally when I ask her, it takes forever. But I want to show you guys a little bit of the stuff I got. I don't know if this is interesting to people. So like, I think it's interesting sometimes to see what other people get at the grocery store. Obviously I'm a family of 5. My youngest loves this orange chicken from Trader Joe's. It has become her new favorite thing. I want to say maybe 3 days she has been asking me to make her some. She's like, Mommy, do we have that chicken? Where is that chicken? So I bought the child some chicken. So I always get barbecue cut salmon whenever I go to Trader Joe's because it is perfect for just like easy lunch. My husband always just wants like a big old thing of chicken breasts. Always get kale, 2 different kinds. My husband and I, and actually my kids too, are big salad eaters. So we eat a lot of greens. I love this brand of lettuce, this Gotham Greens, and they recently made like a big bag of lettuce, which is super cool. This whole thing is that it's like grown local and in a greenhouse. So I enjoy their lettuce. Children or anything like mine, they gobble up fruit as if you have an orchard. So this is 6 pounds of grapes, 4 pounds of strawberries, 2 pounds of blueberries. If you are from California or maybe Texas, you might have heard of like an excelente, like chili brick. It's basically just chili seasoning, sort of in like a frozen form. And you like add it to your meat or whatever, and it gives it that sort of chili like that you find on a chili dog flavor. So my children love chili and they love a chili dog. This is like easy. Now I of course add my own little stuff, but I grew up eating this, or there's another one called Dolores, and it comes in a yellow pack. But if you want your chili to be bomb, this is one of the secrets. And I actually talk about this on my recipe on Food Network if you ever want to find that. Can't tell. We are a Graza family up in here. I love this olive oil so much, and today it was on mega sale. It was 2 for $18 at the Ralph's or Kroger, wherever you live, which means this is only $9 a bottle. That is amazing. Like normally this is $18 by itself. So I basically just loaded up because why would I not? Somebody gave my middle daughter one of these little ABC bars from Trader Joe's at lunch, and she fell in love with them. It seems to be kind of like I guess like a little Nutri-Grain bar, but it's chocolate with almond butter in the middle. She loves almond butter. So I got her some of those. I always keep like blocks of hard cheese, whether Pecorino or Parmesan, but I love like grated Parmesan and I only like it fresh. So I tend to get it from Trader Joe's because I know that it just comes straight from the block. And my kids love almond butter. So I got one creamy with no salt and then one crunchy with salt so they can eat. I've told y'all about this before, but Fish Wife, I did not grow up liking canned fish like that and like canned tuna. My mom and my sister, they would just love it. This Fish Wife, y'all, this has made me fall in love with just having like tuna. So I'll make a tuna salad, put it on a Ritz cracker, and I love the one that comes in spicy, like chili oil. It is so bomb. I was at a party recently and I asked people like, what is the go-to starch in their home? And I was like, at my house, it's rice. Some people it's potatoes, but I needed a big old bag of jasmine rice because at my house, my kids will eat rice with anything. We have like the microwave bowls of rice. I got my rice in the freezer. So I just always have to have big bags of it because these people eat up rice, you know, like it's going out of style. Hot commodity up in here, and my kids love Thomas's cinnamon raisin English muffins. They eat them for breakfast. I always only buy wheat bread, so this is what we, you know, eat for toast sandwiches. And my baby loves some toast. Y'all, that girl will eat 5 loaves of bread if I let her. Best strawberry jam, Bon Maman, which is so good. This is my favorite. The girls love this. Toast, sandwiches, all the things. Literal gold in America currently. Okay, an egg. You got to put them in your cute little eggy container. Say hello. Weirdo. He doesn't know how to act when the camera gets turned on him. He acts goofy.
I'd continue to do the same thing I was doing before.
You should.
Listening to you.
Oh, isn't that the highlight of your life?
It's a pretty wonderful thing that I have the opportunity to do.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was a dog.
The old granny bent over.
I literally
To be honest, I
literally thought it was a dog.
To be honest, I did think it was a dog for a second as well.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's a thick head of white hair. Or fur. That was my last store stop. I went home, unloaded, and came back out, and y'all saw I brought my boo. So now we are going to call it. I'm gonna go get the kids. I probably won't see you guys again, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign off and say thank you as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week in a hot life. If there's more things that you guys want to see in my life, let me know. Like, do you want to see day in the life vlogs? I don't know, but I am so glad that you are here. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.